Hello and good evening. My name's Wayne. I am the Lone Headbanger. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video. This one's kind of unexpected for me. I wasn't planning on doing this at all, but I figured it was something that needed to be addressed. Basically, last week I had a setback in my mental health progression. And I'm just trying to explain what happened, what I've learned from it, and how I'm pushing forward. I figured that was a sensible thing to talk about. I'm going to try and keep this one short because I'm aware that my videos are tending to run on longer than I intended. What I wanted to say first and foremost, though, for anyone who's watching, is my deepest thanks to anybody who messaged me while I was having said breakdown. It really means the world. I was in a rough place. I don't remember a lot of it, which is dangerous, but I do remember having lots of support and reading a lot of supportive messages both on the day and the following day. So I really appreciate that, so thank you so much, guys. So what happened was, on a Friday, because I'm still furloughed from work, I decided to have a few drinks, day drinking. And I started early so I'd be able to spread it out throughout the day rather than just chucking a load of vodka down my neck last thing at night. And I started off fine. I did my press-ups challenge, which I've been doing daily, which you can see on my Facebook. And I did some drumming, and I was on live for a lot of this, so people were talking to me and I was having a really good day, really good time, having a lot of laughs and you know, having fun with people. But then I received a comment from someone and it was really negative, and I tried replying to it with a hint of, yeah, I'm kind of laughing, but this is kind of serious. And it didn't stop, and the comments continued, and basically somewhere in my head a switch flicked, and I went from happy-go-lucky to downright rage-filled, and yeah. And again, all this was on Facebook Live, so there were people who were watching this video, lots of them apparently, and this is where the messages were coming in saying, are you okay? Because I was having a complete and utter rant and saying some very uncomfortable things. So I'm not going to go delve too deeply into that, but needless to say, it was quite a serious sounding situation, and obviously not the best. And what ended up happening is a couple of friends of mine ended up picking me up, taking me to theirs for a couple of hours, and I just had some water, chilled out, calmed down, had a laugh, had a talk, and I was okay afterwards. If anything, I felt silly for letting such a small thing trigger me, but one of those. So that's what happened. Now, the following day, obviously, I analysed everything as much as I could because I don't even remember. I remember being on the walk and ranting. I remember sitting in a bus stop where my friends picked me up, and but I don't remember what I was saying. But I analysed as much as I could, and I even found a clip of I'd actually just recorded a section of video. I think in my drunken state, I probably thought I was doing Facebook Live, and instead I was actually just recording. So I had looked at that and I was quite angry, let's put it like that. But I analysed everything as best I could. Obviously I was in a low mood because that kind of thing shouldn't be happening. And also I was afraid of who'd seen it, because obviously I'm quite open with my mental health and my struggles, even though said person thought that my struggles were fake, thought I was faking them. Well, that's their problem, not mine. But I was afraid of anyone who would have seen such an extreme version of me, because people know how emotional I am and how much I'm struggling, but not many people have seen that far in. So that was kind of a worry. However, after a few days, my sertralines kicked in, thankfully. You shouldn't be drinking on sertraline because that's a stupid idea, and it really does affect your mood. But the sertraline's kicked back in, my mood's up. I've spoken to loads of people and I've had loads and loads of support, which has cheered me up knowing, because it made me feel like I wasn't wrong for what I was doing. Which again is what the comments seem to insinuate in the first place. And it just gave me some kind of vindication, which is what I'm looking for at the moment. I'm doing this not only to try and help people out of their situations and give them something to relate to, but also for me, because it makes me feel better. It's like a form of therapy, getting everything off my chest like this. So to have some kind of vindication and support saying that you're doing okay and don't listen to them and you carry on was what I needed. So I'm actually pretty good at the moment. I'm not great, but I'm pretty good. Bit of stress, but that's about other things. We're not going to go into that. So what I've done is I've deleted the person off Facebook. They are still a friend, so dare say I'll see them in public at some point or another, which is fine. Hopefully by that point I'll have a bit of sense and be able to talk to them rationally. I just didn't have that on Friday, and I just don't have that at the moment. What I'm also trying to do is remove any other negative elements from my life. So anyone who comes across saying negative things about me, don't get me wrong, I can take constructive criticism, but anyone who's just being downright horrible, then I will just remove it, because right now I'm kind of low level again and I need every bit of positivity I can get my hands on to push me up. So that'll be my priority, will be doing and finding things that make me happy. Which I don't think is a bad thing for just life in general, to be honest, but right now I hate saying it, but I'm sensitive. And I know you're supposed to man up and what have you, that's what the agreed social opinion is, you're a man, you're supposed to man up. But unfortunately that isn't happening at the moment. I haven't got that strength. So I'm doing what I can just to try and push myself out of this situation. And those are the positive actions that I am taking. I had a couple of people messaging me though with another alternative, which they said that it's tough love. What the comments said, that being cruel to be kind of thing, I imagine is what we're talking here. Now the thing is I've had tough love for the last nearly 40 years. And it's got to a point where it just doesn't work, and such tough love just pushes me further and further down, because you come to a point where with tough love it's like your flight or fight response kicks in, and the point is it triggers your fight response and you build yourself back up. However, if that's being triggered so much, in my case, basically the fight response ran out. I spent my entire life pretty much fighting. So as a result, now it immediately turns to flight. And it's not, as I said, the tough love side isn't working. It's just crushing what little self-confidence I have left. The mental health issues I have, it's not just depression and anxiety. My main problem is lack of self-esteem. And so things like tough love, they just crush it. What little self-esteem I have, it doesn't help me. So, just wanted to mention that. So tough love doesn't always work. It depends on the person, it depends on the situation. Don't go ploughing into someone thinking that tough love will cure everything and snap them out of it. It won't. But yeah, I was going to keep this week's video short and sweet, because as I said, I've been pushing them further and further back. One thing I'm going to say though is, because I'm feeling better, I am going to have another drink this Friday. I'm going to do exactly the same things I was doing last Friday, because I was really having fun, I was enjoying myself, and it's what I need at the moment. Not so much the booze, but the fun element. And just to feel really good and clear. So, alright, I shouldn't be drinking on the meds, and alcohol's a depressant, but it's really helped me relax and come out of my shell a little bit, so I am going to have a drink. As I said, the person who pushed me down before has been deleted, and if I see any others, they will go the same way, because I'm just going to try and pull myself out of this rut and be as happy as I can. So that'll be Friday, so I'll be on Facebook Live and all the rest of it. Again, probably I'll be on the night just drinking and listening to metal if anyone wants to join me. But you'll see me pop up during the day and what have you. Something I wanted to mention really quickly is someone who helped me out is someone called Amy Chatterley. She's a good friend of mine, and she's actually a mental health professional. Now, I do these videos purely from my perspective and my experiences and what I'm doing. You know, any advice I give, it's basically stuff that's worked for me, or it'll have come from my therapist, who's obviously a professional as well. But it's mainly my experiences that I'm quoting when I give advice on these videos. Now, Amy is a professional. She's trained. She's very good. She's recently started coming up with Q&A sessions, even on it was on Instagram, I think it was. And she will answer your mental health questions, and I think she's going to start doing something along similar lines to this, but more of a one-on-one kind of basis. So if you'd like to ask questions of someone of a more professional nature, then as I say, Amy Chatterley is who you want to look for. She is on Facebook. Anybody who knows the band Akesis will know her. And yeah, as I said, if you want something maybe a bit more personal, then my videos kind of cater towards that, while Amy is a more professional angle. So between the two of us, we can probably answer most things. But I just wanted to bring that to people's attention. I was kind of worried at first because obviously I always thought it was like a competing thing, but it does just offer a different angle. So I'm in full support of that. And like I said, she is very good. She's helped me this weekend, no end. So thoroughly endorse that. And that's where I'm going to leave you. Look at that for a short video. So what I want to say again is thanks for anybody who messaged and checked on me on the weekend. Thanks to anybody who's liked and subscribed to the videos and liked the channel. As I say, the views keep going up. It means so much. So I'm really thankful. But I'm going to leave it there. What I will say is what I say every week. It's a horrible world out there. Still, it ain't getting any better. In fact, it's getting darker earlier now, which makes things worse. But if we all pull together, we can make it through. It'll be alright. We'll get through one way or another. And with that, my name's Wayne. I am the Lone Headbanger. Thanks for watching. Stay strong. Stay safe. I'll see you next week.